Hey guys, this is Rainbows here with another video commentary. This game is going to be between kolll and the Little One, both of which are very well-known players. This is actually a part of a tournament, the Razer Cup, which is ongoing right now, and I'm not 100% sure about this because I try to get this from some French site and I don't speak French very well, but cover your ears if you don't want to hear spoilers. This is game 3 of a best of 3, so both players are tied up 1-1 coming into this game. So there's a lot riding on the line. Whoever loses this game will get whatever happens when you lose in the Razer Cup. I'm actually not that up to date on this tournament. So this is a ZVZ on Metalopolis. We have kolll spawning in at the 3 o'clock position and the Little One at 9 o'clock. So their bases are about as far away from each other as they can be, and the Little One just does an extractor trick right here on 11. And he's actually changing his Overlord's scouting direction. He's assuming that his opponent is going to be scouting towards the close base, and because he hasn't seen an Overlord right here, he's just sending this guy up to try to get some information going on. So he's going to make it to his opponent a little faster than Moose's Overlord, and Moose is also coming out with a drone scout. So far, not anything super interesting happening from either player. Really macro heavy openings going. The Little One actually is at 15 supply and he's not put down a pool yet, and so is Moose. It looks like Moose is going for a pool right now as we speak, and so is the Little One. Pretty identical timings right there. So neither player is going to get any sort of an opener advantage right now, and this is relatively impressive considering they haven't scouted. The Little One is sending out a scout a little bit later, so he's going to have just a few more minerals just because of that delayed timing, and it does look like he is scouting in the correct direction. Moose is just going to come in with this drone here. The Little One is moving out with another drone. It looks like he's going to go for an expansion, and so is Moose, so we are seeing perfectly mirrored build so far. Moose might try to get in with his drone, delay this a little bit, but he is going to be too late, and the Little One is scouting, and he does know what's going on. Moose is coming up. kolll. I should call him Kolll. Moose is the clan name. Moose is actually a fairly well-known clan, so I really don't have an excuse for this. Moose has an extractor up. The Little One does not appear to have that up, so he is actually going to be up a drone, and he is adding a queen much faster than the Little One. The Little One is opting to get a few more Zerglings to try to stop any sort of early aggression from Moose, or possibly be aggressive himself, and he's going to out on his queen now, but that's going to be a little bit late, and that is actually going to be a small macro disadvantage. The Little One is actually going to steal one of Moose's gas, and Koll's gas, I'm sorry, and it looks like he just extractor tricked with the gas steal. I'm sorry, that's pretty impressive. Instead of getting his own gas and canceling that, he opted to actually finish the geyser on his and use a scouting drone to fake an additional food. It looks like we have some Zerglings moving in from Kolll to get maybe a little bit of a scout, maybe a bit of a harass on the Little One, and the Little One is actually going to push out Koll's Overlord. Might have actually killed it. No, I'm sorry, I heard the queen attack noise and I assumed Overlord, but it looks like he's actually pushing out the scouting drone. Koll's going to come in with a couple of Zerglings, but the Little One is very prepared. He's got plenty of lings of his own. He's also got a spine crawler coming up, so he's going to be perfectly fine. I'm kind of curious where his first few lings went. I seem to remember him building a whole bunch of lings. Hope I wasn't calling that incorrectly. Right off the bat. And it does look like he's going to be able to clean up any of that early offensive. If we just go over to the units lost tab, it looks like he's lost a single drone, whereas Kolll has lost 4 Zerglings and another drone, it looks like, because the money's not updating. So he probably just lost a scouting drone and I completely missed it. The Little One is doing a very nice job of scouting all of these incoming Zerglings with that Overlord. That's perfect Overlord placement right there. Kolll is going to continue to be very aggressive, but the Little One does have a couple of spine crawlers coming up, and he's about to get banelings, which is going to make it very, very hard for Kolll to do anything. Koll's just going to take down the statue here. He's angry at the decor, I guess. And again, he's going to see the spawn crawlers, and the Little One's just going to be able to hold this very easily. The Little One is morphing a Baneling, but he's going to cancel that right off the bat because he doesn't see that there's not anything coming in, and that Baneling was in a little bit of an interesting position, but he did reveal to Kolll that he does have a Baneling nest, so Kolll knows exactly what's going on. Kolll, in the meantime, is opting for roaches and getting a Baneling nest of his own just to try to counter any Zergling aggression that the Little One does. Banelings are not amazing against the roaches, but they do kind of okay. And it looks like the Little One's actually going to waste a Baneling right there on a single Zergling from Kolll. Not the best control, but one baneling. It's not the end of the world. Those spine crawlers still would have taken that Zergling down quite fine on their own. Koll's going to play very defensively with these lings. He's just trying to make sure that the little one doesn't send anything out. In the meantime, the little one actually has snuck a Zergling out, and he's going to get a perfect scout on Koll. He's going to see that Koll has a baneling nest of his own, and he is going to also see the roach warren. It does not look like Koll is actually opting to build any roaches right now. I'm just going to pop on over to the production tab so that I try not to miss anything. Both players are upgrading the lair. Koll's upgrading his main, while the little one is opting to upgrade his expansion. I've always kind of wondered what the differential there. It looks like Koll's getting his Zerglings chased around with a baneling right here. He's not going to be able to do any damage to the little one's drone line with that baneling here. And the little one does have a queen and a couple of lings, and he's going to be able to continue to hold this off even though he's moving the baneling off to defend the front. So Koll isn't going to be able to do any damage with those lings. But he is definitely going to sap a whole bunch of the little one's APM. The little one is currently mining off of 2 gas, but he's actually going to add 2 more right now. Koll just added a 3rd, so he's up to 3. So he is definitely getting ready to transition into some sort of a gas-heavy unit. He's adding a whole bunch of banelings and a bunch of roaches. The little one doesn't really have any answer to roaches right now. He's just got a couple of spine crawlers. Those spine crawlers are probably going to be able to hold. He's got more than enough of them. Koll is upgrading roach speed right now, however you pronounce that. And he's beginning to... No, he's not beginning to move out. He's just playing around with his roaches a little bit. The little one is doing a very, very good job scouting with all of these lings, and he's going to go mutas, which is a very, very excellent transition at this point. Koll has no anti-air, and it does not appear that he's added on a Hydra Den for any sort of anti-air. Those roaches are actually going to be pretty troublesome for the little one right now, though. He's only got 3 spine crawlers up. And if Koll builds up a bunch of roaches right before the little one's muta pops and just moves in, then the little one is not really going to have an easy time cleaning that up, especially because his lair is just a little harder to defend. And once that lair goes down, it means that he can't switch to hydras until he builds another one, or he can't get another spire up. Koll's still producing banelings and roaches. The little one appears to have... I'm actually going to tap on over to the income tab. Yeah, the little one is droned way, way, way harder up. He's at 48 harvesters to Koll's 29, but you're really going to see the effects of the little one's choice. And here's a Overlord Speed Scout coming in. The little one is doing an excellent, excellent job scouting this game, even though he's not in his opponent's face like Koll is. Koll, though, is down several drones, but he's used the larva that and the money that he would have used to produce those drones to just produce a whole mess of combat units, and he's moving in very, very well timed too. He's got... I'm actually going to tap on over to the Units tab if I can remember what the hotkey for that is. He's got 18 roaches and 8 banelings just moving in, and the little one really just has 3 spine crawlers and an overseer morphing in, and those aren't really going to do anything. These roaches are just going to be able to focus fire down these banelings before they come in even, and it looks like the little one is a little bit late on adding these extra spine crawlers. Those banelings for Koll are actually going to do a massive, massive, massive amount of damage to those buildings. Looks like the little one is going to lose 2 queens right here, and another spine crawler is going to go down to these roaches in just a infinitesimally small amount of time. A little bit of miss micro from the banelings from Koll, but he's actually going to come up to the main, and he's going to get a whole bunch of drones with these if he does let them go off. But the little one is microing very well, and there's going to be no manual detonation from those banelings. The little one's mutas have finally popped, so he is going to be able to clean up these roaches just if his buildings have enough HP. But that's going to be an interesting thing at this point. Those spine crawlers are finally up, and those roaches are going to get pushed off. Mutalisks do very little damage to roaches, as you're actually going to see right here as they chase this around. And this is like 6 Mutalisks on 1 roach, and they don't even kill it. They're just driven off by how awesome the roach's armor is. And a whole bunch more roaches from Koll coming in to the little one's main, and he's going to do a bunch of damage to the little one's drones. The little one is down to 22 drones. If you remember, he was at 41 just a minute ago. So Koll's being very, very effective in just stopping the little one's macro completely. And it does... He's probably preparing for the mutas in some way. It does look like his Hydralisk Den is most of the way done. That Hydralisk Den is going to be up in time, and he does have some resources, so he's going to be able to get up 4 or 5 Hydras by the time the little one has mutas in his base, and he's doing an excellent, excellent job of keeping the little one's mutas on the defensive with these roaches, just picking off drones, picking off buildings. Very, very nice play. It does look like a Hydra, and actually a bunch of spore crawlers, are coming up for Koll. I think I would have liked to have seen a few more hydras and a few less spore colonies, just because spore colonies are so immobile.